Hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a 5-Minute Friday. If you don't know what this is, if you've been watching less than a year, or less than 2 years actually, you might not know what a 5-Minute Friday is. This is a feature that I used to do a long time ago. I haven't done one for almost 2 years now. And actually, I was actually looking back to see when the last one I did took place, and it was in April 2021 when I looked like this. Be sure to note also that I am wearing the same shirt right now. My name is E. Sisman, and it has been 214 days since I had a haircut. All right, so we'll move on anyway. All right, so one of the things about 5-Minute Friday is what I do is I put a timer on the screen, and usually I blow right through it. So let's put that timer on the screen now before I go into the first story. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the shortest or the smallest wind-powered boat to cross the Atlantic is named Father's Day, and it's 1.6 meters in length. 1.6 meters in length, which is 5 feet 4 inches long. I'll put a picture up on the screen. And it was captained by Hugo Wieland from the US, and he sailed from Newfoundland to Falmouth in the UK on the 14th of June, and he didn't get there until the 27th of September in 1993. So fast forward 20 years, and Andrew Bedwell from the UK hears this story down his local pub and says, "Hold my beer," and he designs and builds this supposedly a yacht, but I would call it a contraption with sails. He's built this, and he's going to attempt to break that world record of sailing from Newfoundland, or Newfoundland as the Canadians put it, to Falmouth in the UK. Now, he's planning to do it in 90 days. Now, this was sent in by one of the patrons actually, named Sylvie, but thanks for sending that in. But this just blew my mind because it looks unseaworthy, doesn't it? Clearly, he's tested it. It's been in the sea, and he didn't die. So up until now, it's sort of seaworthy. The vessel is called Big C, the Big C with the letter C, and it's 3 feet 3 inches in length, or just over 1 meter long. It weighs 450 kilos in total. Now, 48 kilos of that is going to be food that Andrew will be eating along the route, and because the vessel is so small and light, that is part of the ballast of the vessel, to keep the thing floating, part of its buoyancy. So every time he eats some food, he will have to fill a bag with water and of equal weight to place it back into the vessel to prevent the vessel from losing its buoyancy. There's all kinds of stats like that just blew my mind when I was watching this thing. I mean, you probably got questions. I had lots of questions. One of the questions is, where's he going to sleep? Because it looks like he's sitting on a toilet for 90 days. He does show in the video that he's able to lay out on top of the vessel with what he called a hammock, which looked like a handkerchief, and put his feet out onto the side. Also, the answer of where's he going to sleep, he shows in the video, and he's basically curled up in a ball on the bottom of this vessel. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's got a lid on top, almost like a spaceman's helmet, that he will close in inclement weather. Obviously, it's all made of fiberglass, so you can imagine being out there and it's going to get really hot inside. So check out the video. I'll put a link in all the normal places. I'll put one up here, and I'll put one in the description below. It's like a 15-minute video, but it's very interesting. It's from Yachting Monthly, and they very kindly allowed me to use some of the excerpts here and a little bit of footage just to draw you in to go and watch that crazy record attempt. I mean, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that, there's a fine line between genius and nutter, right? And if he does it, we'll all say, wow, what a genius, he did it. And if he doesn't, we'll say he's a nutter. But at the moment, I'm sort of erring towards the size of nutter. But, this is the people who get into the Guinness Book of Records, they do it by doing something we all think is impossible, right? So, all right, on to the second story. And this one is just purely because I think it's hilarious. It's got nothing to do with yachts, but it's got something very loosely connected to the ocean, I suppose. And it's a group of young boys or young men messing about on this floating pontoon, and they get an unexpected guest in that of a sea otter. So let's play the video. So unfortunately, there's no audio to go with this, but you can see that the sea otter climbs up on, and it makes the boys jump into the water. And then the otter jumps into the water to follow them. They jump back onto the thing, and then, yeah, it's hilarious. And then they end up swimming ashore from the dangerous sea otter. I just thought it was worth playing that just because it's so funny. All right, just before I go, I've probably blown through that 5 minutes, haven't I? Just before I go, update on Axioma. We mentioned that the vessel was being towed and the destination on AIS was in Turkey. You'll notice by this AIS information here that unless they've got some serious problems with their equipment on board, they are in fact sailing to the Balearic Islands in Spain. Now, in a previous video, which we filmed in September last year, I mentioned that we had information after the vessel was sold that the boat was already intending to go to the Balearic Islands. I couldn't say that at the time on the channel, but this is the information. I mean, I did say in the video dated the 1st of September that the vessel was planned to go somewhere before they even announced who the new owner was, which is very curious. Anyway, the boat has gone there where we expected it to go, and for reasons unknown. I suspect it's possible that they might be going there to collect crew. Like Gibraltar is part of the UK, Spain part of the EU. It could be sanctions related. We don't know. That was just a guess as to why they may have done this. Most likely they're going there to pick up the crew to go to the onward journey. It'll be interesting to see if the tug takes them from Spain. I have my suspicions that the vessel might leave under its own steam from there. Anyway, we'll find out. We'll keep tracking it as long as we can. If they, as long as they broadcast at AIS. If they do go dark, then we will keep it. We will come back to you guys and ask us to keep us updated, because you always do. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go for the weekend. Be sure to have a great one. And if you've got any photos or videos for our new Yacht Spot section in the Super Yacht News, you know how to get in touch with us through the About page of the YouTube channel, on Instagram, on Facebook Messenger, and also on Threema. Have a great weekend, guys, and be sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell for future notifications. All right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.
That's half a day, or just fractionally over half a day's rations.
So how many of those are you taking?
150, 48 kilos worth of those. So, and obviously with a vessel this small, what we're doing is, as we're going to be eating those, they're relatively heavy each one, so we'll be replacing that with water. So what we're working on now is a little bag